Hi, everybody. This is Miss O, and I'm your teacher. How are you? I bet you're excited because there's summer vacation coming soon, right? I'm excited too, but let's look at this before we go. Okay, so this is a fifth grade stuff that the other fifth graders did in the school, and they did it recently. So this is page 1 on the Desmos. And on the first one, we're looking to see if it's true or false. And so the first thing we're going to do is look at this. So the first one is 2 times 10 plus 3 times 5 is 3 times 10 plus 1 times 5. So what I was doing was, first thing I did is I looked at this, and I said, oh, this one's bigger. And then this and this, but oh, this one's bigger. So if they were both bigger on the left or both bigger on the right, that would be easier, but it's not. But instead, what I noticed is 2 times 10 is 20, 3 times 10 is 30. Let me write 20 and 30, right? And then 3 times 5, 5, 10, 15. And 1 times 5 is 5. And then I'm like, oh, are they the same or are they different, right? Is it true or false? 20 plus 5, 20 plus 15 here, right? You could maybe do that in your head, 20, 35. And then this is also 35. So this one is true, right? And that's why. Next one is this and this the same as this. So the first thing I did was I said, oh, 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay. Oh, but wait, this is 25 and this is 5. So no, right? That doesn't work. 5 times 5 is 25. 25. So that's 125. And then we only have 3 times 25. So clearly this one is much bigger, much bigger. So maybe we can say, make a lesser than sign. Okay, 8 times 25 is bigger. Okay, and then for the last one, I looked at these and I said 4 times 25 is the same as 4 quarters, right? A quarter is money, and 4 times 25 is 100. And then 10 times 5, that's easy, right? Is it 5? No, it's 50, right? Anything times 10, you just add a 0. That's not a D. And then here, 10 times 10, like I said, you start with the number and then you add another 0. So that is the same as that. And 2 times 25 is also 50. So are they the same? Right? Are they the same? What do you think? All right. So that's not super hard. Let's move on to the next slide. Next. All right. So this one, they want you to, for rule 1, we'll do this one in black. Start at 0, 0. Keep adding 8. So plus 8. And then plus 8 and 9. You could use your fingers. You could use hash marks. You could do whatever you want. And you'll get 16. Or you just know this, like I just know this because I've been practicing and practicing, right? And then you're going to keep going with that. Rule number 2 is the same idea. Start at 0. Zoop. Keep adding 2. That's so easy, right? 2 and another 2 is 4, like that, good looking 4. And keep going, right? And 2 more, 2 more, 2, 4. I detect things like that. All right, so that's all you have to do for that. Easy, right? But useful because let me show you the next slide. All right, here they're just telling you to read this. We can form ordered pairs consisting of corresponding terms from two patterns and graph the ordered pairs on a coordinate line. What does that mean? It just basically means exactly what we just did here. It's exactly the same. Okay? 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just the same. Okay? What's this? Okay, I'd like you really to look slowly and carefully at this, but we're talking about the plants. Remember, 3 reads. Read it one time to get the main idea. Read it one time to find the numbers. And the third time, figure out what you have to do. What do you have to do? So here, they're giving you lots of information. Start at 1, and each time we're adding 1.5. But we didn't start at 1, we started at 3.5. And so 3.5 plus 1.5 is 5. And then plus 1.5, plus 1.5, plus 1.5, plus 1.5. And we could keep going. Do you notice anything interesting? I noticed that this one has a 0.5, but then this one doesn't. And this one has a 0.5, and this one doesn't. This one has a 0.5, but this one's a regular whole number. Interesting, right? That's a pattern, a pattern. Okay. Now let's look at the other one. We're talking about the flowers or the plants. We started with 5.2. We added what? 1.5 again, right? And so that's this one. And then we added 1.5. Do you notice something interesting? Yes, I do. 1.5, 1.5. What do we notice? 2, 7, right? 2, 7, 2, 7, right? So I noticed something interesting there, right? You could also look here. Look, here it goes up 1 number, 2 numbers, 1 number, 2 numbers, 1 number. That's also a pattern. Math is full of patterns. But you don't have to write anything here. Just notice and say, that's interesting. That's okay. And the other thing they wanted you to notice is the rosemary plant is always 1.7 inches taller than the sage plant, right? Here, it's this. So of course it's always the same because they're both growing the same amount every time, right? Number 5. So same information that we were just looking at, but now they want you to keep going and find 10 weeks, right? So you're going to keep on going with this information, right? So again, remember how we saw it. We're going to add 2, add 1.5, add 2, 1. So you're always adding 1.5, but look, 6 to 8 is 2 is what I mean. So then you're going to keep going. What's plus 1.5? And you have to go to 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? You don't even have to write these numbers again because you're going to do the same thing with rosemary, which is a plant that smells really good, right? And then you could just go do all of these following the pattern. And then you could do all of these just following the pattern. And you can just click on here to write. I think you know that. And so they want to know the answer to this one. There's probably other ways you could do it a little faster without doing all the math, but they want you to do it this way. But you could do it however you want. Don't copy from your friend though, right? And then, oops. If the plants continue to grow 1.5 inches each week, how tall will it be in 15 weeks? You might notice a pattern where something was the same again and again, right? If it's, you could notice that if it's this at 5, And then what would it be at 10? And then maybe you could just figure out what it would be at 15, right? But if you can't, just keep adding 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Or you could do 1.5 times 5 weeks, right? To add 5 to here. And then you could do it again and add it to here. Does that make sense to you? Right? Could do that and see how much that is. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways you could figure this out, a lot. Number 6, same idea, right? They're talking about money here, and they say they're talking about a piggy bank. You know, a little bank is looks like a pig, and you put your little money in it. And what are we going to do? 50 cents, 0.5 every day, right? 0.5, right? 0.5 plus 0.5 every time. And the same thing for Jill is also going to be 50 cents each time. And then what's the answer, right? Okay, so then keep doing this, and then they're asking you questions. How much has Tim saved? How much has Jill saved? Right here, she has more than twice as much as he does. But when you get to here, how's the difference? Right? All right, so I'm excited about this last slide, number 7. So read number 7 with care. And remember, we're going to double it after 5 weeks. And then this is after 10 weeks, but the number's not doubled because you didn't start at 0. Oops, that's not erase. Can't erase. Can you guys erase? There you go. Okay. Last one. Okay. So you see, I already started this one for you. And what we're doing is we're going to keep doing the thing, start at 0, and then add 3 every time. So this one's going to be 3 plus 3 is plus 3. But this one starts at 0, and then we add 6, and then plus 6, plus 6. And then we say, what's the relationship between these and this and these two? Finally, see, I already started this for you. We're going to put these on the coordinate grid. This is why we're doing this. This is what we're studying. So the first one is going to be 0 and 3. So that's why this is 0. And then we move it forward 1 for A. A is 1. And then we're going to do the same thing. Move forward 1 to here, and then add 3. See how I did that? And we're going to move over 1, 1, and then we'll go 1, 2, oops, 3. Right, so that's what's happening here, right? You can keep making, and then we move over 1, 1, 2, 3, right? And keep going with this blue line, okay? Then the same thing, you're going to need a different color line. Please do a different color line. And again, we're going to start at 0, but then the first day we're going to move over 1, but we're going to go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still the first day, right? Because the first one is 6. And then what's this one? It's going to just move over 1, but then move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, see what's happening? Okay, so use a different color to do that. So this is 1. Each one is going to move over 1. We always go left and right first, and then we go up and down. Okay, and that's it. Have fun drawing on this Desmos. See you guys later. Bye.